Good morning, student. Unit 3rd, History, 9th Standard, Early Tamil Society and Culture. So far, last two class we discussed about early Tamil society and culture, some side headings like sources for the study of early Tamil society, various sources, classical Tamil literature, epigraphy, archaeological excavation, and material culture, non-Tamil and foreign literatures like that, and epigraphy. So it is inscription, hero stone worship, inscriptions, archaeological site, material culture, coins. The coins issued from various kings, non-Tamil sources, foreign accountants, Sangam Age, chronology. It means the incident told by year. Thinai, there are 5 Thinai, Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai, Sangam politics, and Movendar, Cheras, Chola, Pandyas. Now you see society in Sangam Age. The Sangam social structure rested on traditional caste system and occupation. The literature speak of farmer, shepherds, hunters, fishermen, blacksmith, weavers, carpenter, merchant, shippers, and a priest. The Brahmins of Sangam society were ideal priestesses. Tolkappiyam refer to the fivefold division of land: Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. Tolkappiyam also refer to 4 castes, namely Arasar, Andanar, Vanigar, and Vellalar. The ruling class was called Arasar. The ancient primitive tribe like Todas, Irulas, Nagas, and Vedas lived in this period, during the Sangam period. Sangam literature are the sources of information about the socio-economic life of the South Indian people. Religion played a positive role in the Sangam social life. Women. There is a plenty of information in the Sangam literature to trace the position of women during the Sangam age. Avayar, Kakai Padiniyar flourished in this period and contributed to Tamil literature. The courage of women was also appreciated in many poems, many literatures. Women were allowed to choose their life partner. However, the life of widow was miserable. The practice of sati was also in higher class people in society. Sati means the women were preferred to die along with their husband. In this practice we call a sati. The economy. The economy was mixed, elaborated in the Thinai concept. That is Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. People practiced agriculture, main occupation. Agriculture is the main occupation. Agriculture was a cheap occupation where rice was the most common crop. Other occupation like handicraft include weaving, metal work, and carpentry, shipbuilding, and making of ornament using beads, stone, and ivory. The land trading also, that is inland trading, domestic trading also practiced through barter system. Barter system nothing but exchanging of goods. People were cultivated paddy, sugarcane, millet, pepper, various pulses, coconut, cotton, etc. Paddy was the main crop. Different variety of paddy were cultivated. Industry and crafts of the Sangam Age. Number of industries, that is handicraft industries, were in Sangam period. Through these industries, urbanization, new towns emerged. First industry, pottery. Iron Age and Sangam Age people used the black and red color to make pottery. In the Sangam Age, there were a professional group that produced various commodities. The system of production of commodities is called a industry. Pottery was practiced in many settlements. People used pottery produced by clay and in their daily activities. Now we are number of Iron Age or Sangam Age potteries available like Keezhadi, Kodumanal, etc. In Pondicherry or away like that. Iron industry. During the Sangam Age, the industrial activity was considered ancillary to agriculture and was mostly domestic, not factory based. Simple workshop where the blacksmith made the wheel or the carpenter is a wooden wares could be called factories. We have number of evidence of iron smelting has been found in Kodumanal and Guttur. People were made different type of tools such as plug, iron weapons, sword, dagger, and spears. Iron implements were required for agriculture and also warfare. Stone ornament. Sangam age people had the knowledge of stone ornament, gold, jewelry, glass beads, etc. The Pamban coast is famous for pearl fishing. Gold jewelry. We have a number of evidence. The place like megalithical sites Sutikeni, Adichanallur, Kudumanal and towns of Arikamedu, Keezhadi and Pattinam in Kerala. The people were well known for their gold ornament making and also gold coins, glass beads. The presence of glass beads at the site reveals that people of the Sangam age knew how to make glass beads. Glass material was melted in furnace and drawn into long tube which were then cut into small beads. Glass beads came into various shape and color. In Arikamedu, Kudigadu near Kadalur show evidence of glass beads industries. Pearl fishing and shell bangle. The people are well known for pearl fishing along the Pamban coast and Thuthukudi. The Pamban coast is famous for pearl fishery. A pearl has been discovered in recently excavated Keezhadi site in Madurai, nearest to Madurai. Shell bangle were also common in the Sangam age. Whole shell as well as fragment of bangles have been found in many sites. Sangam literature described women wearing shell bangles. Textile. Textile production was another important occupation. It is a main occupation, it is an auxiliary occupation. Evidence of spindle holes and pieces of cloth have been found at Kodumanal. Number of weaving instrument also now found in Keezhadi. Exchanging trade merchants and trade routes. We saw the primary production of grains, cattle, wealth, and various commodities. These goods were not produced everywhere or everybody and were not produced in all settlement. So, the people were to exchange their goods and commodities. Resource and commodities were not available in all the region. So the people were to exchange their resource and commodities through the barter system. Traders. The term vanigam and nigama appear in Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. Number of inscriptions mention that guild system. There were a different type of merchants. Guild system nothing but trade organization. Gold merchant, cloth merchant, and salt merchant. Salt merchants were called womaners, and they traveled in bullock cart along with their family. Means of transport. Those days the people were to use bullock cart, and animals were used to transport of goods by land. And trade routes linked the various towns of Tamilagam. Various types of watercraft and sea-going vessels also mentioned in some Tamil literatures like Thoni, Vodam, Kalam, Teppam, etc. Barter and coins. Barter was the primary mode of exchange. They were to exchange one goods to another goods. For instance, rice was exchanged for fish. Salt was precious and a handful of it would fetch an equal amount of rice. The main exchange of commodity means salt. Tamilagam and overseas interactions. Tamil country had connection with the countries overseas both in the east and western countries. A Roman ship used a monsoon wind to cross the western sea, the Arabian Sea, to connect the Tamilagam with the western world. Spices include pepper, ivory, and precious stone were exported. Metal include gold, silver, and copper, and precious stones were imported. Tamil Nadu to Red Sea coast. In India, jar with 7.5 kg of pepper, teak wood, and posted with Tamil Brahmi inscription and Indian pottery have been discovered at Breni, a port at the Red Sea coast of Egypt. Emergency of towns and port. The Sangam Age saw the first urbanization in Tamilagam. Cities developed and they had brick building, roof tiles, ring wells, and planned towns, street, and storehouse, that is godowns. The town worked as port and artisanal center. Number of evidence we have seen from that Arikamedu. Arikamedu is industrial center and also port center. Kaveri Pumbadinam also port center. Alagankulam and Kurkai on the east coast and Pattinam in Kerala were port centers. Kanjipuram, Urayur, Karur, Madurai, and Kodumanal were inland trade centers. Kodumanal, Tamil Nadu, we have seen that number of remains excavated from there. Keezhadi near Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Faith and beliefs. Like the diverse nature of society and economy, the belief system of the Sangam Age was also diverse. It consists of animism, ancestor worship, hero worship, and worship of several deities, mostly based on the Tinai base worship. They were to separate or divide the worship pattern each Tinai. Each Tinai have number of god and goddess. Tulgapiyam lists the preceding deities Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal and Pali landscape. Murugan, Tirumal, Indiran, Varunan, Kotravai respectively. People worship natural force also and dead heroes, that is we saw about in previous hero stone worship and ancestors. Jainism was present as evidenced by the caves with the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. The new religion emerged during the Sangam period. That religion we call them Jainism. Number of Jain monks or Jain Sanghas in the hill area or cave regions. Buddhism was also present in the certain center. Culture of art. Various art forms too exist in the Sangam age. Performance of ritual dance called varieties are referred to in the literature. Composition of poem, playing of music, instrument and dance were also known. The literature mentioned fine variety of cuisine of the Sangam age. People took care of their appearance and evidence of antimony rod. Antimony rod, the rod used to make a beautifying eyeline. They were used by women for decorating their eyebrows. A map, a major Sangam age site. Arikamedu, Kavari Pumatinam, Alangulam, Kurkai, Kanyakumari, and major seaport during the Sangam age, Kurkai, Vanchi, Tundi, etc. Thank you, student. So far, we discussed about primary production and exchanging and social relationship in the landscape and mercantile activities across the sea lead to urbanization and development of culture, paving way for the development of literature during this period. The texts were compiled through the Tamil academies at a later dates. The Tinai concept is a distinct classification of land and people as elaborated in Tulgapiyam. Sangam age witnessed the transition from tribal society to kingdom center politics. Seaborne trade with the Indian Ocean region developed. Large town with the building made of bricks appear in Tamil country. Well planned cities they were to develop. The society was diverse in nature. The number of religion, number of caste were in the society. Thank you, students. Please follow the assignment given in the PDF.